fan base wise, I say they are the most iconic. Absolutely, the out there-ness, the outfits, everything that would go on in the black hole. They would, if the weirder it got, the more comfortable they were, and that is the way it will always be with the black hole crowd. And the thing is it's like anything else. Like you go to the game, you want to watch the game, but you're still watching the black hole. What's the black hole doing right now?
All
You
right.
know, for me, it's like going to a Badger game and watching the student section. Like that, half the reason to go to a Badger game is to watch the student section. Half the reason to go to a Raider game it'd be watch what's going on in the black hole. I would say absolutely they are the most iconic as far as most diehard. I'm not even going to say my own Green Bay Packers fans are because there's one NFL team that has beat the Green Bay Packers in consecutive sellouts, and that's the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, so I did not know that about the Denver Broncos. So that's a fun fact there. So Combs, I mean, you are a Chicago Bears guy, you are a Cubs guy, and I actually listened to a very interesting podcast on the way home. I believe it was called the night the light struck in Chicago or something like that. Like whatever. That's besides the point. Are the Raiders the most loyal fan base out there?
Man, like Tori said, I think they're the most fun to watch. I mean, you can catch YouTube videos of them all day long. They're fun to watch. They're crazy. They are passionate about their Raiders. I think that goes through with a lot of NFL teams though. Like there's a lot of NFL teams that have some very devoted fans. Like the dog pound in Cleveland.
Yep.
I mean, they've been through some really bad years, man, and they still come every single game. The Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions. I saw a thing earlier on Facebook. I saw this thing where it went to most wins in the last 30 playoff wins in the last 30 years. Detroit Lions 0. the like it had a list of everyone, which by the way, the Patriots have 30 playoff wins in the last 30 years or 20 years maybe, and the next closest team to them is the Baltimore Ravens with 16.
Wow.
That's insane. But no, I think a lot of passionate fan bases are out there. It's really hard to tell the rest. I mean, I'm not surprised that the Denver Broncos have the most sellouts. I mean, what else is there to do in Denver, Colorado? But I mean,
Smoke dope.
that's what you
Ski.
do. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, you could
Look
go
for a dog to
skiing, but
bounty
I mean,
hunter.
that's fun till you get to the bottom of the mountain in 3 seconds and have to go all the way back up and do it again. I mean, so yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that the Broncos sell out a lot. They do have a passionate fan base. So I joke around because I know sometimes my coworker Liz is listening to the show and she's a big Denver Broncos fan, so I always got to give
Yeah.
her grief. But they've got a passionate fan base. The Chiefs have a very passionate fan base. I mean, the Chiefs stadium is sold out. The Seattle Seahawks. I mean, it's hard for me to pick in the NFL. It's hard for me to pick a best fans. I haven't been to a ton of NFL games. I could tell you best fans, and I could rank them, 1 through 30 in MLB. I can't do that in NFL. I think that the Raiders, though, I mean, they're crazy passionate about that black hole is insane.